cleaned out. The bunnies have been hot. I put ice in their water to try and cool it down. The ice has already melted, but the water is cool. I did the ice. I would have used bottles, but I didn't have any bottles, so I just did bags of it and brought it out here with really cold water just to put up against them. And they are in the shade, but it got so hot yesterday, but everybody's fine. Good morning. Good morning. So that's good news. You worry. There's only so much you can do in heat waves like this, and trying to just give them ways to cool down. My last resort was going to be to bring them in the house because it just got too daggum hot. But it cooled down last night. It's markedly cooler today so far, and that's good news. Other good news, the permit on the house has been filed for. They're saying it's a 30-day return on those, so we should have permitting in 30 days. Another thing, we have gotten vanities and a bathtub for the master bathroom. Being that we're in construction, when we work on jobs, when people are tearing out bathrooms and things like that, we have the opportunity to reclaim material. So it's helping keep things out of landfills, and it's also, helping us keep the cost of building the house down. So that's really nice because we have our whole kitchen, except for countertops. We have parts of bathrooms. Like, we are definitely making progress there. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go through and show you, but we do have some harvesting to do. And I got to check on, I got a pepper plant down there that started to fail, even with water. All the other ones are fine. But the cucumbers are toast. They're toast. They're coming out. We do have some pickles still growing, so we're going to let those finish out. Here's one here. Little gherkins, they're cute. It's putting out a lot of pickles all of a sudden. And usually plants will do that when the plant is stressed. So what's on here, we're going to just go let go. Keep an eye on them for worms. Probably going to hit them with some BT just to make sure we can keep the worms off of them, so that we can get one last pickle harvest. The noodle beans are everywhere. I mean, everywhere, which is cool. Oh, I just broke a branch. We have I'll just go ahead and take that off. Look at that. That is crazy. We've cooked a few of them, and we have found where you can pickle them. And I've contacted Miss Sue at our local Asian restaurant, and she told me to bring some in. She'll show me how to cook them. We can eat them together, and so I'm going to do that with her. Okay, I'm just going to stick these over here for a minute. Because as exciting as the noodle beans are, I got something more exciting that we're so happy about, because we've never ever had this happen before. Not that we've tried, but yeah, we still got to get all those planted. This is the other side of the trellis. I mean, they're just everywhere. There's so many. So these peppers are really starting to take off. Yes, we have peppers on them, so hopefully they'll get bigger. But let me show you this. Here's a baby, and here is the baby's bigger sister. Look at that. Like, we have watermelons, and not only that, but we have a really healthy plant. Now, we planted these where the horse stalls were, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, But man, are these plants healthy. There was one on the rail. Here he is over here. See that other one right there? So we're just expecting more and more to pop out and be like, oh, here we are. Because that's how we found that one. It was just there. Here's a little baby melon. So the watermelons are doing well, like really well. We're happy with those. It's so exciting. But they are spilling. I mean, obviously, out here. And those are potatoes in the barrel. Those were extra potatoes that we had cut and didn't have anywhere to put them, so we just put them there. It's hot, Zeke. He's probably gonna go swimming. Another, I planted them and we had nowhere to put them, are the black-eyed peas and the lima beans, which are doing great. These are just concrete blocks. I stuck them in here. Obviously, they're past the soil and they're into the actual dirt, but I mean, we're getting peas. Steve's trying to pick them. I said, no, these are the kind that you have to let go all the way, because the bean inside is what you're developing, not the pod. So these are some limas. We got some baby limas. I hate beans like that. Like, I can't eat them. So if anybody has any suggestions on how I can prepare them to where I'll eat them, let me know. It's a texture thing. They're mushy. And I struggle with that. We have gotten some okra off of the plants, but I have not really seen anything crazy in way of flowers, and I definitely haven't seen anything come up on these red ones yet. But the Clemsons usually are producing when they're little, so we definitely have healthier plants. But no, I'm not seeing any okra, like just those 4 pieces, unless I'm just missing them. Even these taller ones that are at my waist, I haven't gotten any off of yet. Like, I've seen no flowers. So, I don't think they're missing any. Oh, wait. I lied. See that? That here is a flower bud, not a leaf. So they're starting to put out. Okay, I feel better about that. So we should be getting some okra here soon, like good. Once the flowers really start going, we'll come out here and every day we'll have okra that we have to harvest. It gets that thick. You're gonna have to go the other way, buddy. See, here's one. This is a okra flower. Okay. So they'll be opening up. The thing about okra that's so cool is they're actually in the hibiscus family, and the flowers are pretty. They are a very pretty plant. But no okras yet. But they are starting, well, except for the ones that we got off of these guys. But I don't know how I got that flipped around. That was weird. So, anyway, we've got okra flowers on there. Oh, look, there's Steve. Good morning. We got flowers. They're not open, but they're there. They're further down this way. Not that I saw. See all those noodle beans? See the baby watermelons? We're still working on the squash. I think we're just going to restart some seeds and just restart them completely. I don't think this pepper's gonna, I'm gonna take him out, because whatever he's got, I don't want the other ones getting. I genuinely don't know what happened to him. because his roots are fine from what I can see. He's trying to get to you. I don't know. If anybody has any idea on what happened to my pepper plant, let me know, because like I said, all the other ones are fine. All right, so now we got to harvest these tomatoes because they are getting beyond ripe. So they're going to be stewed tomatoes. We're going to go ahead and make some stewed tomatoes out of those. Looks like I got a Black Beauty that's ready. A couple of them. And we've got some slicers that are almost ready. Oh yeah, we've got some that we got to get off of here. So, huh? They did? Good. Oh, I didn't look at those yet. We got a lot of tomatoes to get off of here. Some of them had gotten some sun scald from the heat, so they definitely got to come off. And they're just going to be stewed. We like stewed tomatoes. We like stewed tomatoes and okra on our macaroni and cheese. If you're from the north, that's a southern thing, but you should try it. The corn's looking really good too. They're so tall this year. Look at that, babe. We've got like 8-foot corns. Where'd you go? He's disappeared. Oh, there you are. Oh, look. Nope, that's a baby corn plant. I thought it was tassels, or I thought it was corn silks. I know we had a corn in here somewhere. Where'd it go? The baby corn?
It's got silk on it already. That's not the one.
No, I thought there was one. I don't see it. Oh, maybe I'm looking too low because they did get taller. There's a corn. Yeah, I wasn't looking that high because they got taller on me. I wasn't prepared. No.
You see the silk on that one?
Yeah, I did. So we tore this box out and we've planted sweet potato slips. They're a purple sweet potato variety, so we'll see how they do. I still have obviously more to plant. And they did perk back up. That guy over there is probably not going to make it. Because we watered these really good yesterday. I'll leave him though because he's not dried out. We'll see what happens. Cherry tomatoes are growing crazy. Let's see. I'll water this box in. All these cucumbers have to come out too. They're pretty well finished. We're going to try beans on here. We're still getting some. They're just little guys still, but there's one there. There's ginger. This ginger's doing better than the one on this end. But this plant is dead. I don't think it's going to do anything else. Yeah. It's got some, see, they're just short fatties. There's one here. See? Like, they're growing weird. Look. And it could be a water thing because we've been watering by hand. We haven't gotten rain. We haven't gotten rain in a while. So we've had to hand water everything and or put the sprinkler on, and it's just not, I don't think it's doing good enough for these cucumbers. What are you eating? He's eating grass. Hey, what are you doing? All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go through here and harvest some tomatoes, and I'll show you, go through here and do the harvest, and I'll show you where it spoils when I'm done. Okay, so These are the long beans, also known as noodle beans. They are longer than the picnic table. This is the second batch that I have gotten that's about that size. And there's still more to get. Even though these guys have some damage, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and stew them if they're not good for anything else. Because you can use stewed tomatoes. Not only can you use them just as stewed tomatoes, but you can put them in your spaghetti sauce. You can use them in chili. We don't really put any kind of seasoning in them outside of salt and pepper, a little garlic powder, some onion, and a little bell pepper. And then I stew them down and can them. But look at these slicer tomatoes. Now we had some like that on our hamburgers last night, and these guys really came out pretty. I've got a couple of them that are just nice slicers. So, and then I got one lonely little squash. They are still producing a little bit, and then some pickling cucumbers that were past ready that I'm gonna find something to do with. But while I was getting all of this, y'all saw Steve came out and was kind of looking. And I didn't open the back gate. I just was looking on the front. He is very excited. And of course he opened the back gate because he's very into these watermelons. And we've got a watermelon baby there. We've got a watermelon baby here. There's the one that's on the fence post I was telling you about. And then we've got a watermelon baby here. So this guy is just exploding. And yeah, I think we're going to get a good bit of watermelons off of this. But that's my garden update for today. We have just a lot that we're doing. We're bringing the grass in to amend the potato row and let it break down and help choke the weeds out. What we're going to do is we're going to start mowing all of this, bagging it, putting it in the garden, bagging it, putting it in the garden. We've been watching Jim, and I'll get his channel that he's on, but he has a farm down in, I think, Winter Haven, Florida, and that's all he does is uses, and he has one up in Maine, and he cuts the grass and puts it on there where it's like 18 inches thick, and that really, number one, it chokes out the weeds. He doesn't fertilize. It gives him great soil. It brings the worms in, so you're getting worm castings and all of that good stuff. We do have some pumpkins. They need water, and it's calling for rain today. Like, we're supposed to get a really good storm. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Zeke went swimming, and we've got such a beautiful lawn out here now from all of the different hays from the horses. Bermuda, coastal, there's some St. Augustine mixed in. There's just all different kinds of hay grass out here. So like I've told you before, this will be the lawn for the grow out tractor for the rabbits when we get there. But look at him, he's so pretty. Are you a good boy? He's a good boy. He's so cute. He's only 6 months old. He's still a baby. Yellow flags. This is where we're going to have them put the drain field for the septic. I'm not quite sure how big it's going to be. And then we're moving this fence. That's going to be the front of the property line, or at the, at the fence front. Eventually we're going to take it down and move it. So we have a lot that's getting ready to get started here. And I'm just so proud of what we're doing with the food. I'm really proud, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it, but please take it seriously. There are food shortages coming. We are definitely under an administration that is out to lunch, and so it's time to start preparing. And what I think is really ironic is we're in 2022. In 1925, Florida went into a depression. We had hurricanes that hit that wiped out Miami. We had really bad freezes that wiped out complete citrus groves and killed the citrus crop, which was it's a huge still export for Florida. And here we are in 2022, almost 100 years later, and there's crop shortages and heat waves and things going on, and a recession that's kicking up. So, not that history repeats itself, but that saying has merit for a reason. History repeats itself. So I just think that's kind of ironic, and I'm not well, yes, I am. I am a conspiracy theorist, if you want to call me that. I am a total conspiracy theorist, but I'm not trying to preach gloom and doom. But what's it going to hurt you to put a seed in a pot, nurture it, and get some tomatoes off of it? Or, you know, grow some cucumbers, put a small garden in. They used to call them victory gardens. Everybody had one because that's how you supplemented your meals, because you were only rationed so much. So take heed, be assertive, and just prepare yourself. Get some seeds, start a small garden. It tastes better anyway. Everything that you grow tastes so much better than what you buy in the store. And it's better for you. There was a article or a news story or something where the vegetables in the store have 40% less vitamins than what they should have, because of the method in which they grow them. They poison the soil and then use petroleum products to fertilize the soil to grow the plants in the soil that they just poisoned. So 40% less vitamins. That's why they're able to sell Balance of Nature to you, because it's all fruits and vegetables with the vitamins that you're supposed to have, supposedly. So anyway, grow a garden. It's rewarding, number one, because when you see your fruit coming out, you're like, oh, I grew a tomato baby. I grew a watermelon baby. And number two, I'm telling you, when you taste it, it just doesn't even compare. It just does not even compare. And then you'll be happier for it. It does. It brings happiness, and it makes you want to be out here, even in the heat. And I don't know if I told you, but the table's been replaced. I'm sure you saw it throughout the video. We went ahead and got a picnic table. Steve's going to drill a hole in the middle so that we can put our umbrella in it. Might pull it a little bit forward so we don't have to cut those branches, because it does provide shade. The other table is still here, just for the purposes of giving us, one, someplace else to sit, and two, someplace to set your things down when you're working on this end of the garden. Oh God, I need to get him. Look at this. Let's see if I can break it without getting my cutters. Yeah. Sweet banana pepper. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, but yeah, I just moved the table down here so we could have someplace to sit, and it's shaded down here mostly too. So that's it, guys. That's what's going on in the garden. The only other thing, let's see, I bought some habanero plants that were already up. They were having a sale at our local feed store, buy one get one free, so I bought 2. These peppers are doing good. The horseradish is doing better since we fertilized it, so we're going to hit it with some more blood meal, bone meal, and I can't say the other one, but it's the potash that you put on it. So I can't remember what it's called. I think it starts with L. And that's it. That is it. That is it. That is it. This is my big harvest for today. I'm going to go inside and start stewing. I'm going to take some of these down to my neighbor and Miss Sue, and then probably pickle them, because I just don't want any right now. So there's the eggplant that I bought that I got to plant too. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. And try to stay cool. Watch your animals. We have had some Friends of ours down the street lost some chickens because of the heat, so keep an eye on them. Make sure that they have nice fresh water and places to get out of the sun. If you have fans, put the fans out. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and hit the like button on this video. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button. We're at 80, so we're still waiting to hit that 100 subscriber mark. We only need 20 more to go. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me while I went through the garden, and I'll see you on the next video.